All right, hello and welcome. We are here. We are ready for a huge game. I don't know, huge with Inventrix and Ecoline, but we can have a look. Early settlement with supply drop. Mars University, though, right? Right. Arctic algae. There's even some micro plays here. So Inventrix into metals and production. And then, like, take a ton of the cards? Don't really want floating, but I'll take everything else. And that starts us off, with a lot of things and 3 more cards. What's not to love? We have steel, so energy it is, and then heat income right after. I don't know that I care for Equatorial Magnetizer. I think I do care to lose a point to get an energy income for pretty cheap all game. It's not great. Obviously, the power of this -1 is to hurt an opponent. Though, it is a good candidate for Mars University. We could also push for Arctic algae and then get some early oceans. Maybe that's what I'll do. Get the government to hook us up with some early oceans. And let's just move on from there. Oh, apparently I'm still in Discord. Hello. All right. Yeah, early ocean. We'll put these 2 spots, the 2 blanks. Olympus Conference. Oh my god. MedLab. Yes. So Mars U, Olympus Conference. The big question is whether or not I have enough other stuff going for me that I can go for this roundabout science thing, because I really don't have that much production. But hitting a single card like Giant Solar Shade, to me, makes it kind of good enough. Oh, I'm going to get my first greenery on the next ocean. Perhaps I should put it up here so I can be in this water area. Ever think of that? I don't think I'm going to get any placements to get the ocean from the bottom. And even if I do, I'll have 2 adjacencies. So ocean here. We have enough for a greenery. Productions. We like productions. Oxygen. We like productions and oxygen. Oh, I forgot to start the tunes. Do let me know. I've gone back to my anime lo-fi track list. It's quiet. It's in the background. It's cool. I usually just play it for some variety on the channel, quite frankly, because we do listen to a lot of the same track. So let me know if this is okay. So here I would typically go for building industries. But this actually might be a good call for Mohole area, because we're immediately going to get 2 heat bumps instead of 1 if I do it that way. I think I'm going to do that. It also gives me the titanium. Again, I could grab this titanium there and there, but I think we let it pile up for a second. I don't necessarily have to do the asteroid to get this heat income, right? I might also take another ocean and giant ice asteroid. Oh my. Martian survey is going to be hard not to play if we do get as much of the synergy as we're hoping to get. Now, I think a giant ice asteroid is out of reach by a good $10. So is giant solar shade, unfortunately. Do I keep going through the sciences? Probably get the steel production first. And then, yeah, we're going to have 13 heat next turn. We don't have any Venus, so probably good to push Venus a little bit. And I should do my audit. It's Gen 4. In terms of income, I only have 4 TR, which is pretty bad. So 4 money income, no money production. 3 steel gets us to at least $10 per turn, but overall that's quite weak. We've had 3 titanium in hand, now 5 titanium in hand for several turns that we're just not able to convert into something useful, which is annoying. But we do have 14 heat. We do have we used to have an energy. So a lot of things are good in a way. We're going to push Venus here just because it's behind. We do have Arctic algae. Ecological zone would be great if I had meat industry. It's hard not to take a science tag, but really I desperately need to get this run off the ground. So I feel like I can't take anything. Now, a giant ice asteroid would give us a ton of plants and money back and everything. So 4 TR plus the greenery, 5 TR. I feel like that's basically my best unless I'm going Olympus Conference Med Lab, which is a lot of card cycles, but I think that this plus the fact it gives us the heat income is like really quite good. And we can still play one of these cards. So let's go Olympus Conference. At this point, we don't have a micro build. It could still come, but it'll probably come once I cycle. Ooh, adaptation technology. We already have Inventrix, but we just haven't had a card that's needed it. It is nice because with Martian Survey, we could get all the way up to 8% and then play that and come back down. It is a science tag after all. So Medical Lab is next on my hit list. It would be worth 4 income, which quite frankly doubles my money income. You know, I only have $6 worth of metals, so... Anyway, we don't have any Venus infrastructure, so let's start taking clicks there. Satellites is nothing for us, basically, so sure, we'll take Venus. Snow algae, like, it still could be 6 plants. And 6 heat. Alright, so, again, snow algae would be nice. Let's get our heat bumps. Those are definitely good. Snow algae, water to Venus. We don't have a bunch of titanium sitting around anymore. We certainly need medical lab. Let's start there. We know we're going to play it. It gets us a card cycle. Actually, I wasn't prepared for what card I wanted to get rid of. Probably you, the new one we just got. And another points per Jovian being offered. I'm really not that into it, to be honest. I honestly think we just take our snow algae. This could be a good chance to just go card diving, actually. Get this Martian Survey played. Fish, mining rights. I mean, I actually wish I had played mining rights. Ganymede Colony, we certainly don't have the money to go Jovian in any way here. So let's pass that off. We can take another Venus bump, and then we have a cheap Venus card to get us the card so we don't get stalled out on it. Yes. I don't even know that I need heat bumps anymore, but this one does have a big rebate. So that's fine. Where would you put the mining rights? Here for a titanium? If I had an ocean here, it would be nice. I could do that with Convoy from Europa. It's kind of not optimal, but we're just doing whatever we gotta do, man, to keep this run alive, getting as much adjacency as possible. Where is that cheap water to Venus? There you go. We could CEO's favorite project to make sure the next 2 science tags get us card draw. We actually ended up getting research there, which is pretty great. Though Gyropolis itself is pointless. Ironworks is pointless. I could sell some cards. If Gyropolis and Ironworks and Equatorial Magnetizer are all bad, I could sell them all and play research. It's not really a tempo play, but it is just going to get us into the deck a little bit faster. We get to see more cards. Draw a card, get a card. Mining quota isn't going to work for us. Underground detonations is terrible. Venusian plants might work for us. Mining quota, I don't expect to get. I don't have any of the planet tags right now as far as I know, so it can go. And we got another requirement card. I mean, look, at least we got those cards out of the deck. That's the, you know, silver lining. But it's not looking so hot. Money microbes. If I had gotten this early in the game as Inventrix, we could have played this super early, and life would have been pretty grand. Especially because we had the microbe placement card, right? Put 2 microbes per turn down. That would have been a $6, $9 if you count itself combo per turn. That would have been Like, just getting one card. One single card would have launched us. Now, what's a little bit weird here is instead of playing Sulfur Eating, I think it's almost better for us to play Sulfur, like Giant Solar Shade. And then selling whatever we got us. Oh, there, because that got us the bonus TR. And actually, we don't have to sell anything. So, sure. Sulfur Eating onto itself. Right now, it's the only card I have that's collecting, so we could use CEO's favorite project on it. But we don't need to use it until we're cashing out. Again, we need lots of oxygen, but I'm still doing Venus right now just because we need a ton of Venus. I don't think there's many Venus things yet. Viral Enhancer might help if we get more plant things, but right now we're kind of low on things to do. I don't hate like this combo. A big asteroid is, I think it's overkill. I think we took it just in case, but it's overkill. So I'm just gonna end up playing like greeneries right now. Let's get a card draw card cycle. Perhaps we can get something more fitting. Okay, business network. We'll lose one of our 4 incomes. Spin-inducing asteroid, 2 Venus bumps, needs 10%. We can get to 10% with adaptation technology. We can keep throwing away the Jovians that they're trying to give us. And yeah, you're gonna be super playable. So now we can push oxygen. I can also get fish really early. It wasn't what I was trying to do, but an extra round of fish plus the fact it enhances means that we have a way better chance of getting to 100 points. Probably going to see CEO's favorite project on that instead of $3. But here we go. Oxygen we need. No, no, no. None of this. No cards, please. So before I screw it up, boom. If we get, like, money back on events right now, I'll be sad, but, you know. I could have played Colonizer Training Camp, for the record, but I'm really worried about just terraforming in general right now, so that's kind of the resistance. AI Central would also be lovely. I see it in our hand, but we have big doo-doo problems, which is no energy. For the sake of energy, perhaps we play this. We do have the steel, right, for AI Central, if we could just find something to work with it, but we're not getting that. That's not our lives. We have a lot of steel, though, so sure. I can't put a greenery down for money. Well, I can, but is it worth putting the greenery down for money for you, or just getting more plants? I think the clear answer is just get the plants, get closer to the next round. No energy. Man, maybe things would have been different. I might have spent it on something stupid, but if I had gotten that -1 point early on, you know, for 1 more energy income, maybe something good would have happened. We can take this. We also have viral enhancers, so we can take that. So now I have a chance. Research coordination. I don't think I need tags. So AI Central comes after this. Boom, boom. Give me more, I don't know, science, plant tags, all the good stuff. Nitrogen rich. We do have the plants. It would give us 4 plants on top of giving us the TR we need to get to 63 TR. I do have titanium in hand. I guess we play it. We're already gonna succeed in the heat, even with just the heat here, but you know, we gotta do what we gotta do. Take the microbe, take the Noctis. I should have played that first. I could have saved myself a couple bucks worth of steel. The government is gonna steal the oxygen bump from me. Well, I guess I may as well take the Venus instead of the heat then. I don't want to give TR to the government. What have they ever done for me? Advanced alloys is card draw, card cycle, all that good stuff, but we need something to use the metals on. Obviously, things like Solar Wind Power is more card draw, card cycle. This is a plant, but it's very expensive for just a plant. So we'll just take these ones, hope the card draw, card cycle comes through for us. So far, not so good. I mean, Sulfur Exports at least allows us to spend the titanium. Dirigibles isn't really there either. Advanced alloys, come on baby, card draw, card cycle. We don't have anything for Aerosport. A cheap ocean, alright, so far so good. Then a little bit of titanium for solar wind, get rid of sabotage. Comet would have been cool at one point, but certainly not now. Event for a card, worms, that's a card, yeah. All right, let's get our $15. Okay. We go here. We aquifer. The aquifer gives us the plants we need. Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Even after the titanium, like, this is just barely better than a standard project. But I guess it's fine. And I guess this is fine. And then we buy... You know what? Screw you, game. I'm not going to buy a greenery to end this out. I'm just going to buy a city. And I'll get a couple points for Ring Around the Rosie. But the fact that we don't have the TR, we don't have the full Terraform. I mean, both of those just add together. Like, I only have 16 points on cards. That's hard to make up the difference to get the 100 points on anything. So this was really just a terrible run, which we kind of knew when the income was so low, $4 with a little bit of steel coming in. And we had so much card draw, card cycle. Like, really, at the end of this, we played 12 science tags. And other than the first two, every single one of them procced Mars University and Olympus Conference. Right? And this one procs itself, and this one procs itself. So really, the only thing we missed was a single proc of Olympus Conference on Mars University. So 12 of these and 11 of these. And despite that, right, like I mentioned earlier with the microbe card, that had we gotten it earlier, or rebates on events, discounts, any of that jazz, you know, anti-grav, mass converter, like, I hate to go to like some of the classics, right, the Earth catapults and stuff, but there were cards in the deck that would have been very helpful for us to get and help terraform these Oxygen or Venus. We did not get those things. Even standard tech. How many Venus heat bumps, Oxygen, oceans did we buy? Anyway, I hope you enjoyed. This is just one of those runs where even when we weren't aggressively buying, we really invested a lot of dollars into that science card draw, and we just didn't hit. We played slot machines, and we came up with, like, Skull and Crossbones 7 Cherry. Just wasn't anything. See you next time, chat for now.